Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hot Zone. I'm your host, Jason Robinson. And in the Hot Zone today, we've got the National Dog Show live on NBC at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thanksgiving Day. We're going to speak to both hosts of the show, John O'Hurley and David Frei, about all the details. So stay tuned, because you're in the Hot Zone. We are joined by the host of the National Dog Show on NBC, host John O'Hurley and David Frei. Welcome to the Hot Zone, guys.
Thank you, my friend. Nice to be with you.
Good. So listen, John, let me start with you. You are an accomplished actor on different shows like Seinfeld and so many different shows and films, but you're also the host of the National Dog Show since the inception, I think back in 2002. For those who don't know, tell us a little bit about the show.
Well, the show is a wonderful celebration of the rich history of dog breeding. Most people think of dogs as our, kind of pets that lie on our laps and our sofas, but actually the tradition of dogs is much different. Dogs have a history that goes back 10,000 years, and in many respects, they weren't pets. They helped us survive. They had purposes, and their form and their function were necessary for our survival. And so the purpose of the dog show is to keep alive the characteristics of these individual breeds that are so different and so dramatic and yet so necessary to our own story. We have about 2,000 dogs normally in the dog show. This year, we're going to bring that number down to between 500 and 600 dogs because of local regulations. But however, we have changed the bar a little bit. They all have to have been champions of their breed in order to be entered this year. So we literally have the best of the best and have raised the bar of excellence.
David, tell me about this. You are the, authoritative voice in all things dogs. As a judge, what are you looking for out of these dogs in terms of having the potential of winning the big prize at the National Dog Show?
Well, it all starts with a standard, which is the written description of the ideal specimen that is usually relating form to function. And that's what a judge has to start with to see how the dog is built, to see how it looks. Typical artist or engineer look at the dog. But what you really have to know is can you imagine this dog doing the job it was bred to do? And if you can't, then they're not a great specimen of their breed. What we have at the National Dog Show is we have great specimens of their breed more often than not. And if they're not, it's just for something small. But when you're in the ring, you want to see those things that makes the dog a great dog of its breed. But you also need to see some showmanship, some personality, whatever you want to call it, that shows that the dog feels like it's the king of the world, that it owns the ground it stands over, and that it's my dog show today.
So, John, tell me, why do you think dogs have been always called man's best friend? Why do you think that?
Well, I think dogs are universal in their ability to create calm in our lives. When a dog walks into a room, all of the eyes go to the dog, and everybody just puts a smile on their face. Time and time again, I see this. And dogs teach us some wonderful things. They teach us how to live in the present moment. Dogs have no sense of time, so they don't live with the anxiety of the future or the shame of the past. And if you don't believe me, try to reprimand a dog for something they did on the floor 15 minutes ago, and they've already forgiven themselves for it.
Right. Tell me about this, David. Is there a certain breed of a dog that you think has more of an advantage of winning the big contest over other breeds? Like, I see you have your dog there. I don't know what breed your dog is, but is there any breed that has a special advantage over others?
Dogs have different personalities and temperaments, and they're not all supposed to be big, flashy, showy dogs. Some of them are supposed to be reserved to do the job that they do best. So as a judge, you need to know those things. We're all entertained by a great big Afghan hound with lots of hair flying around the ring, and I am too. That's my original breed. So that's part of it. We all love terriers because they're always on their toes looking for trouble. That makes them a little more showy sometimes. But a Rhodesian Ridgeback is not supposed to be like that. They're supposed to be stand back and observe and see what's going on and see where can I help. So I think that's part of the education that John and I try to give the viewers about the dogs they see, so they know how a dog like that might fit into their family or their own lifestyle somewhere down the road.
In closing, this question is for both of you. I'll start with you, John, first. I mean, the National Dog Show on NBC, it started back in 2002, I believe. Why do you think that this show has been so successful and the viewers have really tuned in each and every year for the National Dog Show? It's so special and it's great for the Thanksgiving Day holiday. Why do you think it's been so successful?
Well, you answered your question right there. It's the perfect piece of television programming during the most family-oriented day of the year. It gives something, whether you're 4 or you're 84 and you're sitting on the couch with the remote, it gives something for everybody to watch, family-friendly, and it just takes you to another level. It takes you to just a sense of calm and gratefulness and reminds you of the great things that the dogs do. And it does. It's been a surprise to us on this long journey of 19 years. We have the first year we had 19 million people watch the first show, a surprise to us as well. And now we're upwards on all of the showings of the National Dog Show. We're looking at an audience of over 30 million.
And David, what's your thoughts on that?
Same thing. People can relate to the dogs. We all know it when we're walking down the street with our dogs and people come over and want to strike up a conversation because of the dogs. And I think that's part of it. We're so involved with therapy dog work in our family. Dogs visiting people is based on the whole concept of a dog walking into the room and changing the energy. Get people to smile, get people to talk, get people to think about something other than their challenges maybe that they're facing if they're in a healthcare situation. But nonetheless, dogs are a great common denominator for us. They're spontaneous, wagging their tail at me all the time. I know they love me because I can operate the can opener, but I also know that they love me because I'm their family.
There you go. Well, the best of luck to both of you guys. The National Dog Show is live on NBC Thanksgiving Day at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I wish both of you guys all the success and luck, and happy Thanksgiving to you and your families.
Thank you. Nice to talk with you.
Happy Thanksgiving to you too.